Good evening and welcome to Strange Days, a show where people are invited to call in and share their experiences with both the audience and the host. Our goal is to foster a sense of connection and understanding, allowing listeners to relate to the stories and feel less alone, promoting a broader awareness of different perspectives. The host is available to provide thoughtful feedback and support to each caller. My name is Mac. I'm your host, a disabled, neurodivergent, cisgendered gay man. I'm playing through games waiting for an audience to form, exclusively on stream. If you want to call in or chat, need my full attention, I have no problems pausing the game. And if you're here for the gameplay or the vibes, that's okay too. But without further delay, let's play. We're heading back on the range, collecting slimes, collecting plorts. It's still winter. It's still chilly, but it is lovely weather outside. It is warming up just a little bit, and I am enjoying it immensely. Having gone outside was wonderful today. I really enjoyed it. It was very refreshing out. I can't say it enough today. It was very, very nice. I really liked it. It's like that really nice weather out right now where it's cool and refreshing, and like if you need a jacket, you can wear a jacket and it's not too warm, but you don't need like a really, really warm jacket. And it's chilly out, so you can like wear your long sleeve clothes, but it's not so much that you need it. It's just really nice weather out right now. I've really been enjoying it. Oh, right. I don't need that side. I need this side. See what toy is out today. What toy do we have? Lanterns for the phosphor slimes. I don't have one yet. Yay. Let's go give it to the phosphor slimes. It sadly doesn't come with a face, it looks like. Does it come with a face? No, it's just a lantern. All the other inanimate objects come with faces, even toast. Yeah, the phosphorus, right? Phosphor. Okay, yeah. There you go, guys. Have a lantern. Okay, so I need to go get map G and then quantum cloud. Still no strange diamonds in the cloud. Come on. Need a strange diamond, please. I hope everybody has had a fantastic day. It has been a busy one for me. I mean, my Tuesdays usually are, though, so that's to be expected. Having streams, my online meetings, my in-person meetings, all the running around that goes in between all of that. So usually I am just packed busy, trying to find in between to do the eating things that I forget to do. So it's no surprise that the day just sort of kind of gets away from me. Tuesdays are hectic. It's like yesterday I was even thinking, oh, you know what? I'll get around to making that bread I didn't have time to do this weekend. And then I was like, you know what? No, I won't. Because Tuesday is busy. And I didn't have time to bake the bread this weekend because I made lasagna. And lasagna took a lot longer than I was originally anticipating. All because I made 2 pans. It was only my second time making lasagna, so it's not like I have a whole bunch of experience doing it, so there's that. Okay, so I need Strange Diamond, Sun Sap, Royal Jelly, and Lightning Bolt. So Royal Jelly and Sun Sap. Sun sap I get from Snow Mountains, and royal jelly I get from maize, I think. Or the Grey Labyrinth, is it? Yeah, the Grey Labyrinth. So let's do the snow place first to see if I can buy the sun sap. I think I can also get sun sap in the Grey Labyrinth. No, apparently not. That was just me being crazy and misremembering. Because I remembered seeing it on the back of a tree, but I guess I misremembered where I was at the time when I saw it. I had a wild imagination moment just now where I was thinking of how interesting it would be to have like a Mario 64 unlockable cannon in this, like where you can shoot yourself into the sky to like navigate part of the map a la Mario 64. Because I think that would be kind of cool and handy to get around. Like, I know that I have a jetpack, but hey, Trigger, how's it going? Hope your day was engaging, but not overly interesting. Especially since it's only Tuesday and we still have kind of the majority of the week to go. Oh, finished a book. It's always kind of sad finishing a book, but also interesting because you get to start a new one, and that's always fun. Starting books be like, in a world. I know that feeling. I like it when it's a long series. Trilogies are hard, but I like it when it's a long series or it's a connected series. Like if it's a trilogy, but there are more books in the series outside of this specific trilogy that you can sort of bounce off of. Because then there's more to work from in the universe and you have more to like kind of read. But I definitely understand that feeling. But I also struggle when there's like a book in a series, but there's only like one or two books that you really resonate with in the series. And then you feel disappointed because the other books just aren't the same. And so you're just stuck with the one or two books and you don't like the others. I've been meaning to do more reading myself, leisure reading, but also more academic reading. I've just been spending a lot of time actually doing work stuff and development stuff, and I just haven't had like the time. But I've also been meaning to do writing, and I've done pieces of writing here and there, but nothing cohesive. So it's just all been a scattered mess, and I really need to pull my like piecemeal scattered works together into something more cohesive that I could actually do something with, which is really my issue. Because right now the only thing that's been cohesive is this. and that's mostly because of my desire to want to like reach out and, you know, like help people. Ow. I don't see any sun sap, and I could really use some, please. See, I don't know where slimes would be hiding on this invisible road that's barely light. And I suppose the argument could be made that those slimes are technically light slimes, but still. They have mass. They shouldn't be able to just hide in the light. All right, sunset, usually on the side of the palms. Not seeing it anywhere. Disappointment. Biggies. I mean, maybe, but I don't know. I still think it's a bit of a stretch. Not even a sour face. Oh. I mean, sure. I don't doubt it. I just... These bridges are basically, you know, hard light. So where do the slimes hide? Come on, I just need one piece of sun sap. Just one. Man, you are simping for these slimes hard. I'm just saying. You're making all sorts of excuses for them. Like, are you paid for by Big Slime? Where was the water area? Up higher. Probably not. Water, finally. I can replenish my supplies. Okay, sun sap, please. Could some have spawned in by now? That would be great. Frustration. I mean, I would also accept a strange diamond too. Like, that would also be nice. But it's all conspiring against me. No diamonds. No other thing that I can't think of now because my brain just decided to quit. Sunsap, there we go. And it just, why? Why? Why no sunsap? I mean, I get that it is also a rare resource, but like, I'm clearly not getting diamonds, so why would that not be offering me up a different rare resource? Oh, hey there. Oh, Bob. Still amazing that 3 pink slimes in a trench coat learned how to speak. Sort of. I should have checked the market to see what's actually selling at higher values. Started with that. Or if anything is actually selling at higher values today. And yes, the Slumber splorts, which are who's being given chores? Oh. Is that they don't want to be given chores, I'm assuming? Ooh, too many. No, they're not in here anymore. Mm-hmm. I mean, to be fair, that was one of the reasons why I never said that I was bored, because my mother used to tell me that if I was bored that I could go do chores, and she would specify. So I learned to never say that I was bored around her. I mean, that's pretty fair. It's a dangerous, slippery slope once you get started down it. Just ask dogs. I'd say ask cats, but they just show you their butt. Seems counterproductive, though. Just kind of like if you're having, like if you're enjoying your time inside, if you're having fun, as long as you're not an annoyance, I don't see why they would even take notice. But I guess maybe some parents might. I don't know. It's just weird. Some parents take offense to the weirdest things. Some adults take offense to the weirdest things. It's odd. All right, so that whole sector is cleared. I guess we'll just go clear plorts because I still need to get, I think, 100,000 in order to buy the next upgrade module. Though that might just be the another drone collector unit, and I don't technically need to purchase more of those because I still have more of them to use. Yeah, because I think the upgrade that I actually need comes from the night market, so I don't technically need to buy that $100,000 one, but whatever. I already have rock, so I don't need a rock. Okay, let's go see if maybe some sunsap has spawned. Nope, wrong way. Or a gold pot with some sunsap in it, which would also be just as useful and nice. Oh, I also need to pay attention to storm. Nope. Pollen. That's rain, but what does the wind look like in the weather? Oh, I need to actually look for cyclones. Lame. Okay, where did my teleporter go? Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Nope, 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 nope. Nope. Close enough, I guess. Why did you jump off the side? Okay. There it is. Oh, diamond. Cool. So now that I have the diamond, I can bring the resource gathering drone here for the next piece. Because, oh, of course it has one. I didn't see it pop up. Otherwise, I would have already moved this because I only technically needed one. But it's fine. Okay, and then next up is the sunsap. What? How is it not here? It should absolutely be here. This is definitely where some would be found. Um. Well, fine then. I guess I will. I don't know then. Sunset grows up 3 times a day during the daylight hours. It can be located in the trunk of certain crimson-colored trees. Crimson-colored? I always found it on the palm trees. Which is weird. Well, then I was definitely looking at the wrong trees. It's also definitely the wrong time of day, but... See, that's what I was thinking too, but the map I was just looking at said it wasn't found in the labyrinth, but I swear I saw some in the labyrinth, so I'm glad I wasn't crazy. Oh, I need to check the weather again. No, I need stronger weather. Come on, maps, give me stronger weather. I need crazy weather. Because I need tornado-y twister things to shoot a tar into. See, I'm also partially wondering that if the reason why we see them on the palm trees is because they're so much easier to see, but that they might be more common in occurrence on the red pines. But that because of all the pining on them, that they're harder to see. But it does say during day, so I mean, like, I certainly wouldn't be seeing a whole lot of it right now. If that's also the case, so... Still no signs of daylight. Nope, that was not what I meant to do, but that's fine. Okay, daytime. Red trees. More red trees. More red trees. Like, sometimes I wonder if these websites are just designed to bait us. Just to see how far we're willing to go. This is kind of far. Well, that's not my teleporter. That is. Well, it's still kind of far from my teleporter. But as it stands, I don't think it's that difficult to access my teleporter or it from my teleporter, so. Yeah, it should be a pretty straight shot, so that's not a big deal. Hey Fox, how's it going? I'm doing all right. How are you? I know how that is. It's like I just started a little bit ago. I'm sleepy, but come halfway through, I'm gonna be wide awake. Did you do anything fun today? You always seem to have like interesting, fun stories. That's why I ask. BG3 Battlegrounds 3? Am I just being overly dense? Baldur's Gate 3. I'm being overly dense. You know, I haven't played it yet, but that's just because I'm usually hesitant of sword and sorcery style games, but I hear that it's really good. I've not played any of the prior games though. Not that I know that not that I have to. It's just one of those like prior acknowledgements that I just haven't played any previous games. See, that's what people say. And I've also heard people say the same about the Witcher games. And I'm going to admit a thing that might make you lose faith in me, but I've never played the Witcher games. It's not for any particular reason. I just haven't really gotten around to it. Maybe that's what I should do next or something. I don't know. Well, the other funny thing is because I don't have a lot of gamer friends, it also hasn't been ruined for me either. So like, I've not really had much spoiled in the way of games for me because I just don't have a lot of I can totally speak. Gamer friends. It's only been like relatively recently that I started making gamer friends because I've genuinely like not had anything like ruined and stuff. I mean, just go stop by the Men in Black and get a neuralizer and just have a quick flash and start over. I'm sure they'd help you out. Am I dating myself? Like, is that a thing? Do people even know what Men in Black is? Okay. As long as you know what that is. Sometimes I make references and I get like, well, hey, like I made a reference to The Matrix, and one of the people knew what it was but hadn't ever seen any of the movies, and I was like, oh, that's showing how old things are getting, though. Is like The Matrix is old enough that some of the people don't know, like, have never seen any of the Matrix movies. And that's, I know, right? That's just, it's so crazy. I know, it was such a pivotal series of movies, and like, yeah, some of the later movies were kind of meh, but like the whole premise of it was just so pivotal. I can't even, like, the idea that people haven't seen them. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's mandatory watching, but there are people who feel the same way for the Godfather movies, but I haven't seen those, so. It kind of boggles my mind. Because to me, those are still this era of people. But maybe it isn't considered. It's so strange to feel that way. Like, it still feels modern era, but it's because it really isn't, though, if you think about it, because that's 20 something years ago now, 26, 7 years ago, when the first one came out. And that's a long time. And it's awkward because to me, that just feels like not that long ago, and it's pivotal and relevant, but not to some of these people, not to these kids. It's not within their media life, and that's just jarring to me because I forget that it's not within their media life. I mean, yes. Yeah, like it's alarming to think that some of these things that we make references to, like, even just think of the stuff that we like grew up on, but not necessarily grew up on, but we consider classical, like, media. So when I grew up with Disney movies, we still showed those to our children. I say our, like my nephews. My nephews watched Disney movies that I watched also, among the movies that they also watched that were made at the time when they were kids. And so they grew up seeing kind of both. But the kids today didn't see the movies that I saw. So, like, my nephews saw Robin Hood with the fox, but the kids today don't necessarily get to see that. And they don't necessarily get to see Lion King. And they don't get to necessarily see Dumbo and Fantasia and And so it's so odd because they don't get to see some of the more classic things. To them, classic is like Toy Story. And it's so jarring because it's sort of like out of place. Yeah, it's very strange to me, especially since I feel temporal, like to me, I feel such temporal dilation and temporal distortion because I constantly feel like I'm being told that I need to grow up and I need to act like an adult and I need to, you know, put away all the childish things, except that nowhere in my life have I been allowed to do those things. And so I have such temporal distortion because at no point have I been allowed to actually take the reins and be management and be an adult and do adult-like things, because all of the elders have not stepped away and allowed us to do the adult-like things. And it's part of what I think frustrates the gap generations, like Gen X, the Zennials, the Millennials. Like, we're still waiting to be able to grow up because our elders won't step aside and let us do it. And we're stuck. And it's frustrating. And so we're just kind of stuck with this time dilation where we're kind of just waiting and we feel so out of place. And now we're starting to feel this extra distortion where we're just like, well, what are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to make a living? How are we supposed to work? How are we supposed to get a house? How are we supposed to make money? How are we supposed to do anything? Because there's no growth. There's no upward mobility. There's no, like, what do we do? And it just feels like we kind of sit on our hands and just kind of age and continue to be this sort of stuck in our 20s, but while we're in our 40s and 50s. And that's where I feel awkward right now, because here I am in my early 40s going, I'd like a work, please. I would like one work, please. Oh, please. You, I think, don't give yourself enough credit. I also think that, look, I know that I tout and I toot your trumpet and I'm like standing over here with like your cheerleader pom-poms and I am rooting for you over here in a corner, and I do it frequently. I'm sure it does, as it does mine too. Like I use a cheapy cam that I've had for a while, but I assure you that you have a lot going for you. But with all the cheering that I do for you, if sometime you want to get on a private call, we could talk about things that you could probably do to move in a direction that you could probably start doing to like elevate yourself in career trajectories and to start working in directions to start like elevating yourself. Like, you have an absolutely amazing voice. You have musical talent. There's no question about your talent. I think that if you started working with that talent and started exploring where you could go with it and started kind of pursuing that avenue while continuing to do the things that you're doing and kind of playing with it to see sort of like just popping it out there and seeing like what you might be able to do with it and exploring with it, like an experimental sort of thing, you might be surprised what would come of it. Excellent. Good. Good. Oh, okay. Good. Good. I see. Like I know we just met, but part of who I am as a person is a mentor. And so I like to help people find like where they're going and what they're doing, and encouraging people to find their path. And so I know we just met, so I don't know what you already have cooking and what irons you have in the fire. So I just wanted to make sure, like, if you don't, like, you can find the right path. So that's good to hear. I'm glad that you are looking for the right path, or have paths going, so to speak. Because I think you have an amazing voice. I was not joking. Like, I was tearing with the song. I was tearing up. I was like, if this keeps going, I might start crying. And then like it pivoted in tone, and I was like, I started smiling, and it was really, really good. I was genuinely like the Futurama Fry take my money meme. I was like, I would definitely be like, take my money, here's my dollar, give me song. It was really good. It was really good. Because I've heard musicians at like restaurants that were just like single musicians playing live, that I was like, wow, I really like his music. They were playing live. It was their own stuff. And I've walked up, they had a burn CD, paid them $10 for their burn disc. I have his album still to this day on my computer, and I still listen to it. So like, sometimes that's all it takes to be known. And I followed him on Facebook. I still follow him. I don't think he does music anymore these days, because I think he got more active in his church, but like, sometimes that's what it takes, is just like getting out there, playing music live, getting bookings at like restaurants and stuff, and getting people to hear you. I mean, one of the things that I always thought was interesting was maybe being a busker, going out to places where you can get like a busking license and playing out on the boardwalk or singing on a boardwalk. And I know that takes like huge courage. This is not the word I was going to use, but appropriateness. It takes a lot of courage to do that kind of stuff. Good. Okay, no, that's fine. You don't have to. I just thought that it might be something you might be interested in, so I wanted to encourage you if you were. Okay, no, sometimes that's where it goes. Some people don't want to pursue music because to them it's more of a personal expression. I know people who are interested in writing, but only as a personal, what's the word? As a personal release. So like even as a child, I've always wanted to be a writer. And I would love to write fiction, but I do not have the capability to maintain connectivity in fiction. So I can do like small stories, but even in small stories, I never am happy with how they turn out. So what I have settled with is technical writing. So I do scientific writing, and I do a lot of scientific writing because as a scientist, that's where I ended up. And so I'm happy with that. So I've kind of merged it and settled with that. And so instead I will do occasional like small little things for myself that I just like write little stories for myself. And occasionally I write naughty things, but genuinely just kind of for myself. Fiction scares you? Why does it scare you? Why does Starlight Strand have no weather? Oh yeah, see that is why I struggle with fiction. So with fiction, I will start writing and then I will start to lose threads of the plot or the story. And because of that, I end up putting the story down and walking away, and then I never pick it back up. It's not that I'm afraid of it. I just get frustrated and annoyed, and then it just never gets worked on again. The fear of failure comes from more of like the like if I dare to dream further than the starting. Like if I ever start to think that it's possible that it could be more, and then I start trying to think about how to get to production or beyond that, then like I start to fear of failure. Like but if I'm being honest, fear of failure is with certain things I don't really struggle with that anymore. Getting through graduate school really got me to overcome a lot of that, because like oh, sure. Like doing something better is always possible, but it's more of just like, can you do a thing? Sure. You could probably do almost anything. Can you have done it better? Also, sure. You could do almost anything better. What matters is getting it done. Oh, no, you can't. So yes, I definitely understand that, but you have to work to undo that thread. That is a dangerous thread to keep woven, and it's going to take time to unweave that, because anything and everything can always be better. And until you accept that as how just things are, then you just have to accept things as being acceptable or passing and okay. Because that's very a rigid line. That's so that line there is very linear grading. That's like academic grading, which is why I also hate school in the grading system. But okay, you want to know the truth? So I love Pokemon. I refuse to play it. So I love Pokemon, but I refuse to play it. And do you want to know why? Because they've ruined it. And apparently it's always been ruined. There are arguably, definitively better Pokemon than others. There are certain Pokemon that cannot be made better than other Pokemon through training. And I feel like that defeats the whole purpose. There are traits underneath the system that make certain Pokemon always better than other Pokemon. And I find that to be contrary to the entire premise of Pokemon. The whole thing that we're taught from the show is that you can train your Pokemon to be the best, except the game is programmed to go counter to that, and I hate that so much because there are Pokemon that I love. And so I can understand that there are weaknesses and strengths, and there are like the Pokemon that will always kind of have like strengths against others that they're weak against and stuff like that. Like I get that. But like there are Pokemon that just have these hidden values that always make them stronger, even if that. And that really makes me frustrated. See, but that's what I like too. Like I go on vibes, and it frustrates me that I have to struggle so hard, and it frustrates me. And that's why I feel like going on that whole perfection thing is a problem. Because if your aim is perfection, then how do you play Pokemon on vibes? Oh, I was looking at the... Because I feel like perfection is perfection and vibes are vibes. So that's where I'm not going to try, because if I don't try, I can't fail. Fail safe comes in. So what you're saying is that if you don't try, then you can't fail? I mean, so Taz, I would probably agree with that, but I would also, in the argument of burnout, that is also really hard to start and finish. Like the recovery process for burnout, like acknowledging it and starting it, also hard to do. So the problem with, I guess, so Fox, the issue with the I could have done it if I tried, where I struggle in that is that, as I'd mentioned previously, I don't like to lie. And I find that even self-deception falls into that category. And so I don't really like to lie to myself either. Now, I know that you're not me, but avoiding deception, even with oneself, is also important. So being honest with yourself is important. If I do something, I'll put it on 20%. I could have tried harder. But failure doesn't mean that it's okay to fail. There's nothing wrong to have failed. Failure happens. Mistakes happen. We are human after all, and humans make mistakes. Case in point. Yeah. My commentary here isn't so much directed at you as it is just direct commentary that we are fallible, we are humans, we make mistakes, we are prone to error. But what we should do as people is try our best to learn from those mistakes, to recover and do better. Not at all, not at all. It's not that you're standoffish, it's that you are trying to be informative because you are explaining the situation and telling us that these are not things that are new to you, that you've explained that as you've told the story, we have tried to come to you with help and advice, and you are explaining that this isn't new to you. These are things that you have already addressed, that you are already in the process of working through them, and that the advice that we're approaching you with is advice that you have already received, and you are already dealing with it. You are not trying to be standoffish. You are just trying to sort of help us realize rapidly that you've already had this, so like we don't need to keep coming at you. Yep. Specifically I'm good at reading the situation, but the other part is that the dialogue is also about those who might be listening or hearing to understand that you've already received it and you've heard it, which is wonderful. But I want to make sure that anyone else who's hearing knows that the mistakes are okay. I want other people to know that even though you're aware that it's cool. Yeah, it is complicated. Although it's synchronously over text, it's complicated. Asynchronously, I think it has the potential to be less complicated, especially when you take the time to fully form and draft out your thoughts. Because I feel that having the time to fully like bring out and put out all of your thoughts into like a full form, like, you know, I know that the word that I'm going to use, essay, is like, people kind of wince at that. But if you take the time to really put it out there and put it out into an essay form, it's really not that scary, and people have the time to kind of like put it together. But synchronously over voice, much easier. Clearly, as I'm able to like blah all of this out. You are doing fine. You are also not the only person who chats in via phone. That is true. So, as odd as it is, I am very grateful for the development and inclusion of emoji into chat. It's weird, but I'm so happy once we started using emojis, because they are very helpful to me. It can distinguish between sarcasm and humor and seriousness in a message, and I find them incredibly helpful when people remember to use them. Okay, and the last one is royal jelly. So those are really new to me, and I'm still getting used to them. The only one that I'm familiar with is like /s for sarcasm. So like the ones you've used here, new to me. /s is the only one I've actually seen in use. But I would immediately understand those, so I'm okay with that. But I think anything that improves the accessibility of reading and text and like online discourse, absolutely all for. I oddly would like to see some sort of adaptation or inclusion of those kinds of things. I don't know how or like what kind that they would use, but I think it would be interesting to see some sort of inclusion in like academic literature. Okay, take care, Fox. Thanks for tuning in. It was, as always, it was lovely chatting, and I'll see you again soon. And make sure to take care of yourself. As you would say, drink your water, eat your veggies. And make sure you check out Fox's stream when they stream. They are fantastic. Oh goodness, I have no idea what's going on upstairs or outside, because that is, if it's coming through, that's what the popping noises are. I have no idea what's going on. It could very well be outside. Being half deaf makes it so that I can't. I don't have no auditory perception, depth perception. So I don't know. That's always fun. Especially in video games, because then you're playing the guess what direction it's coming from game. Oh, you know what? I bet it's outside, because I think it is. Is it the Lunar New Year festivities tonight? I think it is. Oh, that is super duper not what I wanted, Google. Thanks. You are super not helpful. Or not. Because that was Saturday, February 6th. So what is today? Well, that's tomorrow. That's not today. Okay. I don't know then. Well, I have no idea then. What was I looking for? I was looking for, royal honey or royal jelly. Okay. Sure. I am looking for hives dropping purple goo. I'm not seeing any purple goo. Alley-oop. Well, this is just a field of purple. Or I will take a gold jar, because they will probably also have purple goo. Nope, that's just a regular jar. I guess I'll take the dream bubbles, but that's not what I was looking for. Nope. 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 It's a regular jar. More nope. Come on. This isn't like crazy or anything. I should be able to find one. Because they aren't even rare. I mean, they might be an uncommon resource, but they aren't rare. It's always every time I'm looking for them. Oh, goodness. Come on. Just need one. One jar. One jar of royal jelly. Just one. Come on. Not asking for much. It's one jar. Polies. why are you being so difficult? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Just need one jar of this stuff. And there's usually tons of hives. I don't understand. Am I crazy? Like, am I just... Yeah, it's found. I get it. But why am I not seeing it? I feel like I'm missing something. Like, what am I not seeing? Or rather, why am I not seeing it? Or is it just being elusive? Come on. Up. Okay, so... No, not over there. All right. So I guess... I guess we'll go back to the main area and try back there. Since I'm not really finding it over here. Well, I wonder if maybe there's some gold pots in here or something. Because if there's gold pots in here, then maybe the gold pots will drop, but... black pot, regular pot. Regular pot. Regular pot. Oh, I was able to take that. Neato. All right, well, I guess back to the main area then. I don't remember where that one goes. Let's find out. Right. In here. That is certainly not going to have what I'm looking for. Okay, so back out here, looking for the royal jelly. Okay. I probably should have dropped off this stuff. That actually, that is the fire area. I don't want to go into the fire area because that's going to take me underground, and that is certainly not where I want to go. Lava is hot. Try not to stand in it. Okay, I want to go that way. I wonder if there's anything up on that platform, because I don't think I've been up there. I don't have the shadow plorts for it, but that is a shadow box. Oh, but it's one I've opened already. Womp womp. Oh, because I know where I am now. Of course I do. I still want to go to the left, so not this way. Sorry about that. Sneeze caught up on me. Sneaky sneezes snuck up on me. You're gonna make me go left. She chose down. She chose down. Okay, so I still feel like this is generally the right area. I just feel like I was too far in, maybe. Oh, there's a rift here. Well, let's see what the drone can get here. Yeah. I don't see the ring. No, not cool. Look, you're hungry. Eat the carrot. Give plort. Where's the ring? So that I can turn these solid. Of course. Did you actually find one? No. Come on. Do your job. Find the thing. Make it happen. Where is the ring? Where is the ring? No, no, no. Come on, where is it? There's almost always one in range. Like, there's almost always one nearby. What's going on here? Oh, really? Thanks. All right. Do we have one now? No, because reasons. Come on. Give me a jelly. All right, I'm going to go back to, I guess, one of the teleports that I have access to, and I'll put it there. in hopes that at least there it'll have the likelihood of getting one. And then at least from there, once it gets one, it'll be easy to access. Just getting some ports to power it. Ports to power it. I just like to dress up for my streams. Try to be as professional as I can most of the time. Generally, I wear a dress shirt and a tie. Sometimes I wear the jacket. I feel like if I'm going to be available for people to talk to as a professional, then I should dress the part. Sometimes I do dress a little less formally, but it also helps so that if I have an opportunity to take a interview, then I'm already dressed up for it. So, also, hello and welcome to the show. Welcome to the chat. How are you this evening? Or morning, or afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. I'm doing very well, thank you. Just kind of having a chill evening, enjoying the lovely day, and, well, where I am, it's nice out, actually. It is warming up, but it's still quite chilly out, so it is quite wonderful. It was a beautiful day today. It was chilly, but not so chilly that you had to wear a jacket if you didn't want to. At least as far as my opinion. And I did get out of the house today, which was nice. How's the weather where you are? Is it nice out? Chilly? Warm? Too warm? Too chilly? As far as you're concerned. I finally got away from where it's too warm, thankfully, and now we have seasons. Where I used to live, it was basically hot and rainy all the time. And as far as that was concerned, I was not thrilled with the hot or the rainy. So like, I'm good with the sun, but where I used to live, it was like all sun a lot of the time. And I was done. I was just done with it. Like, I'm okay with the sun. I'm just, when it starts to fry your brain, it's a little much. So yeah, I moved out of that region. And I like where I am now. It still gets warm in the summer, a little too warm for my taste where I am, but it's tolerable. Yeah, I'm just done the jelly now. But it does, like, it's... So I like it here, but it got so much snow this year. So the first year I was here, we got a little snow, and it was kind of funny how little snow we had, because it like snowed and then the snow did not stick around long enough to be considered real snow. Like it didn't even stay overnight. It was like it snowed a little and then it was gone. And then the next year it snowed and it stuck around a little bit, but not long enough to really even be like the holidays. It was like it stuck around a day or two and then it was gone. And then the next year it snowed a little and then it snowed some more and then it snowed some more. And so like I ended up having to walk to work in the snow. That was nice. And then this year it was just like, there was just snow everywhere. And I was like, okay, no. Like if it keeps picking up at this pace, like next year, there's just going to be snow over my head. And I'll be like, no, that's it. We got to move again. To be fair, extreme weather seems to be like what follows me. When I was a kid, I lived in a region that had exorbitant snow. And right before I moved away from that region, there was a massive blizzard. And we got tremendous snow. And then we moved away. And right as we moved away, when we arrived to the region where we got lots of sun and heat and no snow, right when we arrived, there was a horrendous storm. And then shortly after where we left, all that snow that had arrived melted and then it flooded. So, hooray! But anyway, so I could tell from your name you are a fan of the Stardew series, or Stardew. I actually just played through that right before I started playing through Slime Rancher. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. So I like snow too, and I like it for about a week. But I like a little bit of snow, and it can stay around for a little while. And I like the cold, but I don't like quite so much snow. So I've had it for a really long time, and I tried playing it briefly, but I didn't really like get into it. It was recommended to me as something to try playing on stream while I waited for like viewers and stuff. And as something to just kind of play real casual, something that I can pause so that if I need to talk to people or to give my like undivided attention, that I can pause it and it's not a big deal. And at first I felt like it was real slow and it was a little hard to kind of get into, but I really liked it. At first it was a little slow, but I got into it. It was really interesting. It gave me really strong Harvest Moon vibes. And I remember fondly Harvest Moon on Nintendo 64. The only I wanted to, I almost got 100% on it, so I did get perfection. I wanted to get 100% achievements on it, except that I had to stop because the 2 achievements, I stopped technically, I think, at 3, because one of them requires basically replaying. And I figured if I wasn't going to get 2 of them, because I'm not very good at the arcade games in Stardew, that the replay also wasn't worth doing since I wasn't getting the 100% anyway. But the twin stick shooter and the what are they called? The little sprites, the little Junimos, I think is what they're called. The little forest spirits, the Junimo kart racings, I think is what it is. I'm not very good at those types of games. Because I tried doing both the twin stick shooter, the zombie cowboy game, and the Junimo kart racing, and there's no way I'm going to get those. So sadly, I wasn't able to get the 100% achievements, but I did get perfection, and I did get the like happily married after, or whatever you would call it. But it was really good. I picked the standard farm. I really struggled with the combat, though. Because I'm not very good with, I don't know. Had to save Scum Journey of the Pirate King because I was so bad at it. Save Scum? Journey of the Pirate King? I don't understand. The Pirate King. Oh, Prairie King. Sorry, I misread that. Of the Prairie King. I am learning a new term here. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Can you stop between levels in Prairie King? Oh. See, these are details that would have been helpful. But, you know, first real playthrough and trying my best not to really like look at, like, I looked up certain things, but I was trying not to look up a lot of things. My most lookup stuff was like optimizing things rather than other stuff, and I was trying not to like look up too much. So like I looked up how to optimize for money because money was really problematic for me. I was having a hard time making money. I was playing through it also, Stardew Valley, using a controller, and it was weird when I was trying to play Prairie King because I was using a controller because I felt like it gave me better response when interacting with my environment. Because like when I was using the mouse, I kept misclicking on things. But when I would switch to interacting with stuff in Prairie King, I had to switch to using the keyboard instead. Because in Prairie King, the directions don't work the same. So you can't, like, I always assumed that I could aim wherever the joystick was pointing, but that does not work that way in Prairie King. And so only having the directions of the arrow keys and the combinations of the arrow keys. Yeah, it definitely feels much harder on the controller. So I would have to switch to my keyboard mouse when I was playing them. And as soon as I did that, it felt a little more, it just felt more intuitive, but it still was very hard for me. So when it came time to like, once I got perfection and I got all the other achievements, that wasn't doing the Joja instead of the community center, I was like, well, that's that. I still kind of regret my change of marital partner, though, because I was originally going to marry Alex. And then partway through my playthrough, I changed to Sebastian. I'm not sure why I did, though. I mean, it probably has to do with the fact that, like, as I got to know Sebastian better and I realized that he was, like, into comics, computers, and, like, honestly, because sashimi was much easier to make than, like, the complete breakfast at the time. also find it weird that even after, so I got married before I got everybody's relationships up. So like everybody's relationship status was only maybe like 2 or 3 hearts at most. By the time I got to a point where I was starting to be able to get relationships up efficiently. And I immediately boosted my romance partner to like max, and I worked on them. And then I got married, and then I started working on everybody else. And so it was really weird because I got married and then got everybody else's up, and everybody started acting like they were interested in me. And I'm like, but I'm already married, so why are you acting like I'm not? This is weird. And so it was just, it's weird because I don't think the game mechanics had intended for it to kind of happen in that order, but it was just a quirk of how things happened. I feel so bad for what is it? Penny and what's her mom's name? I can't remember her name. Penny and the blonde lady who drives the bus. Alice. Because it seems pretty clear that like Alice has a drinking problem, but Pam, yeah, it's Pam. And it seems like she wants to do something about it, but everybody else in town is just kind of like, eh. And Penny just kind of takes the brunt of it. And I feel bad. So it's weird. I really loved Linus as a character in the game. He was the first person I think I got to max hearts. And it wasn't even because I wanted to like romance him. I just liked his character. He was just friendly with no ulterior motive. Like he was just a nice guy. He's just like, I don't have any reason to like want anything from anybody. I just want to live my life the way I live my life. And I'm like, yeah, dude, you live your life the way you want to live your life. Krobus is a little weirdo, and I love him. He is such a little weird dude. He is like, when it came time to, so I debated whether I wanted to get married or have Krobus move in with me. But for the sake of achievements, you have to have kids. And so I was like, man. So I opted for a person for the adoptions. But I thought if I had to do the replay, I was going to go with Krobus. I always thought that Sebastian and Sam were gonna end up getting matched up had I not romanced him. Because they really just... They ship, like... Even if you don't, like, interact and stuff. Oh, does he really? That would have been so cute. Oh, I should have done that. Sebastian's a terrible parent, by the way. And he totally abandons the baby all the time. Like, he'll wake up in the morning and he'll be like, yeah, I'm going to go out for a walk today. I just need some alone time. And you're like, well, I have a farm to take care of. And he's like, yeah, I just need some alone time. Bye. And he leaves. And the baby's in the crib. And you're just kind of like, oh, okay. Bye, I guess. Thanks. Or my favorite on my playthrough was when he's like, I want to adopt a baby. And my response was like, let's wait. And he was like, okay. And then 4 days later, he's like, I filled out the paperwork and I sent that off. And I'm like, I said, let's wait. He's like, I can't wait. And I'm like, what happened to waiting? Yeah, it's definitely neglect. Tough love. It's not tough love, it's abandonment. Maybe someone should reach out to, what is it? Oh gosh. What's the developer's name? Ape. Who hurt you? Concerned Ape. Who hurt you? No, it was a really good game. I'm actually interested in the new one that he's working on. The chocolate one. That looks kind of interesting. Just need some honeycomb or royal jelly is what it was. Oh, well, thank you for the follow. Do, do, do. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna get my royal jelly, but that is fine. Oh, that was the wrong teleport. Oh, yeah, helps if I put it in the right machine. That is the wrong machine. Apparently, I am already sleeping. It's not time yet, but I'm already half asleep. Okay. I just need the royal jelly, and then I can get this one achievement. Oh, I still need the tar and the tornado. Ugh, we don't even have any tornadoes to tar into. Come on. Come on. I just need some tornadoes. How hard is that? Just some tornadoes. Could we just take a trip to Kansas? It's not even that far. I mean, it might be. This is the far, far range after all. No, I don't need bombs. Okay, so I doubt that is actually yellow because we just saw the wave go. But these pinks are probably still hungry, so I'll collect them anyway, and we'll grab some chickens and get ready to go collect some prismatic plorts. Just in case. Grab the chickens. Wow, that is super not a lot and not enough. But it's a start. All right, let's go. I could grab some veggies to substitute the difference. Wait, no, this wasn't the right one. Nope, go back. Oh, I'm such a dummy. It was the one between the two pens. Yep, it just went green line, so it is not active. Well, fine. Wait. Was that what I was waiting for? No, it wasn't. Of course not. Why would it be what I was waiting for? Rude. Get off the chickens. I need you to lay down so that you do your job. Okay. Storm. Nothings. All right, let's go see what we got for Lords. I wonder if I have enough to develop another I can craft a total of 3 more, but I need more flutter plorts. Okay. Well, at this rate, I should be getting close to having enough flutter plorts to do that. Or I should already have enough flutter plorts at this point. Oh, that's actually this way. It's still out in the old vegetable patch, just in the back area. Wow. There they are. Ah! That's what I get for not counting. Okay. I probably should have filled up on more, but that's fine. The idea is that I am looking to auto sell, if it'll let me. It might only allow me to auto put them into the refinery, but we'll find out. Let's go see. Because I don't know. Plort. Corral. Market. Okay, so the question is, will it do it across the border? Or do I have to put... that's a refinery link. I think I might have to craft a market here for it to put in. $88.49. Oh. That'd be Warp Tech. Thank you. I like it too. It's what I wear. Well, when I had my job, it's what I wore until I convinced my company to create a custom company logo with the Pride colors on it. But now that I don't work for the company anymore, I've switched back. I like to represent so that people know that, well, I mean, A, that I'm LGBT, but also that I'm a safe person. Because I find it helpful, especially when they're younger, or when they're traveling in other environments. Like if it's an environment, like if when I was at work, we would have tours come through, and we would have like students and stuff visiting, or sponsors. I wanted them to know that I was a safe person, but also that I was representing that the company allowed us to be our authentic selves, that we were allowed to express ourselves, that the company not only allowed us to express ourselves and exist authentically, but that they could feel that they would be safe there as well. It's something that I sort of found to be important, especially because at one point I was traveling in a state that I felt very uncomfortable in. And at the airport, I saw someone wearing this is small comparatively. They were wearing a huge button that said ally on it. And when I saw that, I walked over and I made very clear, I was like, thank you for wearing that. Like it made me feel like even if I felt unsafe, there was still someone there, at least, that was an ally. Yeah, absolutely. It's even if it becomes more difficult to represent, I'll find ways. I'll find ways to indicate that people would be safe around me. As a new person on TikTok, I've stumbled across a TikToker whose name is oddly a great name. It's I Leave Breadcrumbs. And their whole shtick is like imagery that kind of hints about support. Like you can wear a hat that is pride themed, but isn't necessarily screaming it, so that you can still have your, you know, it's a way of kind of hinting about it. I mean, some of his stuff does scream pride, but I also found another one. I can't remember their name, but their stuff is really subtle. Like there's no rainbows in theirs. Theirs is much more subtle, but their stuff is more tattoo artistry in their subtlety. So it really depends. But if things change, like we may have to adapt, but I'm always going to represent. I find that to be more and more important these days to indicate safe spaces, safe people. And so, and especially now that it's more than just me in my family, me and my sister in my family, because my sister is not someone I have to be there for, as it were, because Lord knows she's older than me, and she's definitely someone who can take care of herself. But my nephew is someone I worry about and have concerns for. So like, so there's just, I have people I care for and care about. So I always want to be like a safe place, safe space kind of thing. And it's a community thing. It's a community effort. So always trying to make sure that we're there for each other and doing the right thing. Especially as our community spaces are gradually deleting and evaporating right now, with the newer generations using them less and less, and we are evolving to not really use them like we once did, and using them differently. They're sort of becoming obsolete and sort of changing. We need to change how we see each other and connect. So I think it's important that we find ways of connecting. Even that, like that comment of making more queer friends is yeah, like it's just understanding that you have something in common that you don't have to talk about. It's a huge connection. It's not something that has to be discussed. It's just something like, oh, hey, a thing that we share. Like it's fellowship. Like, it's what we're doing right now. You and I. Like, I don't even know what part of the rainbow flag that you belong, and it doesn't matter. Because we have fellowship. And that's what it really is. Like, we have that in common. Now, granted, I do tend to feel that extends partially to everybody, but that's just because that's what I try to do here on the show. But where LGBT is concerned, the LGBT, the Pride community as a whole, I do express genuine concern and empathy outward, as the LGBTQIA plus community is under constant threat right now, as is the BIPOC community. And it's something that I feel deep empathy for. But that connection doesn't require a whole lot of talking about, because we have not the exact experience, but we have similar and shared connection. It's the fact that we have shared spaces, we have a lot of things that we have in common. We have a shared fight, we have and it's a lot that we can just sort of have together. It's the reason why, like, my one sister and I, we just get along. Like, there's not a whole lot of argument about it. We just do. It's also the reason why my other sister and I kind of don't. But I'm glad that you're able to find that connection. Wait, where are you going with the roosters? Oh no. Tabby Largo. Wait, tabby what? Tabby boom tabbies? No, they're supposed to be briars, not roosters, you weirdos. What are you doing? Oh, now you're gonna be really confused. Are you just gonna what you're just gonna dump them all over the floor? Oh my gosh. What are you doing? Uh, you are overfeeding them somehow. How? How do you overfeed them? There were, oh my gosh, there were so just, there were plenty. What is going on? There were so many chickens earlier. I don't know what happened. There were so many chickens. I think you just need to you just need to, can I pause you? Like, why can't I pause you? I don't want to clear it. I just want to pause the program. Jeez. You were just out of your mind. Yeah, I won't be able to get there. I'm back in time. There you go. Fryer chickens. It's not even using the Colonel's secret recipe. Like, what are you doing? See, I don't know why they're not sleeping, because they have toys, they have the speakers, they're just still not sleeping like all the other slimes. So I only have one achievement left, and that is to throw a tar into a tornado. Or a dervish, or whatever. Okay. Why are there so many roosters? Okay. Goodness. All right. I feel like it's still just not fast enough. Like it's still not keeping up. There's still plorts on the ground. Almost there. Oop, oop. Almost there. Okay. Just a little over 1,000 left. And I can afford the ridiculously expensive thing. Okay. Maybe this will be enough. Maybe. Huzzah! I mean, not that I'm gonna go right and buy it, but okay, so Starlight Strand has a heavy storm, but I don't know if it's gonna be strong enough. There's just heavy rain. It's not a cyclone. Because it says in a tornado. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a tornado. Oh, sensor's going off. Time to go grab some slimes. Ah! That was inconveniently placed, so whoops. Didn't mean to quite walk through that just yet. That's probably what it was. I forgot to recharge the drone that was handling the port sales. No! Oh, what do you mean it's green? It was just... it was just signaling it was about to start. What do you mean? Oh, God. Good. Fine. Okay, it does have weather. It just wasn't showing up before. I need plorts to charge the box. I got the water, the puddle plorts to pay for it. Because I haven't emptied out their plorts in a while. All right. Moving over. And then I need to go, yeah, no, all the way to the caves. No, it's not that one. Which one is it then? No. It's this one. No, it's not that one. Well, which one's without power? Oh. It's the back island. I didn't realize that one was so low. How the heck did that one run out of power? That one should have been way juiced up. Because I thought that was juiced on twin plorts. Well, in any case, plorts. Okay, well, apparently we're not getting a Prisma rift fracture anomaly. There we go. Anytime soon. Right. Oh, well, I'm going to have to move that now because I certainly can't see it on the map anymore. Because that's unfortunate. So I can't see it when it's positioned where it was, and now I can't see it because it's positioned under the teleport icon. Awesome. It's better, I guess. I can at least see the line. It's not perfect, but it'll do. How did that not drop any of the plorts? That one I get. That one was definitely cold, but still. Come on, I just need another strong dervish storm. Oh, nothing like fighting for it. Like, it's just fighting for the win here, guys. Hoping for it, pushing for it, trying my damnedest. Oh. Come on. Like, we're getting serious rainstorms. We're just not getting the dervish storm. Oh, it's time. We're getting an anomaly. Here we go. Instability. Eat unstable chickens. What? What? Okay. So let's go transfer those into coin. Technically, I'll only be missing out on one. Wrong button. So I need. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's not technically late enough. Nine. Okay. I think. Yeah, I need 10. Okay, so I need 8 more. So I need a full stack plus 10. Let's take 2 trips. And then should be able to buy the last thing I need out of that market. Nope. Yep. And then I just have to craft it. Hopefully I have enough materials to craft it. And come on, you can do it. There we go. Pilots. Portal. And there we go. That's the 10 out through home. Oh, it's a drone station module. Technically, I didn't need to buy that. Ugh. I thought it was an actual upgrade. Oh, here I was thinking I had to buy that. Oops. Okay, well, then where those last power chip? Oh, well. Well, here you go, you cranky little hens. No, you have to stay in the pen. Oh, so much pink slime. Okay. So if that's the case, where's the weather? I think the weather piece is missing again. Okay. I guess I will. Yeah, I guess I'll proceed. This is it, Beatrix. With the harmonizer activated, and with your help, I can attempt to stabilize the Prismacore. Are you ready? Let's do this. Once more, I'm counting on you. Except I can't see that because my thing is in the way. Unstable Prismacore. I probably should have had her explain it again, because now I don't know what's going on. Oh. That's terrible. Yep, I definitely should have had them explain it. Yep, definitely should have had them explain it. This is terrible. See, I wasn't expecting the water to come from those. Unstable levels, but the harmonizers, they're working. Keep it up, Beatrix. Oh, wait. Yeah, those counted. Woohoo! Uh-oh, I need water. I mean, I would use the hydro shower, but maybe frickin' turn it on. I don't have anything to put into those machines. Because at no point was I told to prepare and bring those things. Yay! We helped a thing and did a stuff. I can't believe it! Come over so we can talk. Come over where? Come over where? Oh. Beatrix, saw the readings for the Prismacore. They're stable. It's on a completely different wavelength than before. I can feel it. It will take a long time for the land to fully heal and effects like Prisma disruptions to stop, but Rainbow Island, note, the future of the whole far, far range has been saved. You did it, Beatrix. We did it, and I can't thank you enough. What happens to the Prismacore now? Time will tell, but I think it can remain here as yet another part of this world we all call home. Humans were never part of this world until we landed here one day, and now look at us. We managed to be part of it and not destroy it in the process. That's the way it should be. Even the Prismacore was once lost out in the void of space before it landed here, and now it's part of this world too. It's got to find its true place in all of this, just like me. So, are you free now? I can feel a change in my arm. It's still connected somehow to the Prismacore, but it's not like before. There's a quiet to it now, just a low hum of energy. It feels peaceful. I'll need to run more tests to truly know, but I think that I might finally be able to leave this chamber. Where will you go? There's something I need to do out there. I need to finally talk to someone and let them know that my mom tried so hard, that I tried so hard, and that I just couldn't be that person. And that every day my mom felt such guilt about not being that person either. I'm gonna not see you again for a while, and I'm so sorry. Sometimes our journeys take us away from our friends and those we love. How do you manage it? I once had someone tell me you need only to look up at the stars. The stars? No matter how far you go, the light will touch you both. But what if you were where you are is beyond any distance, beyond time? Their light was here before us, and it will be here after. I hope she sees them. I hope she knows I'm safe now. Thank you, Beatrix, for all that you have done here, for me, and for all that you have yet to do. The Far Far Range is a better place with you a part of it. Travel safe, Gigi. Well, that's nice. Gigi left the Grey Labyrinth for the first time in as long as she could remember. It felt like leaving a dream. The night air was cool, and she heard the song of the wind as it wove through the prismatic grasses across the Rainbow Island. She looked up at the sea of stars that flowed across the night sky. She thought of home and her mother. She wondered if she would ever have the chance to talk to her again, to tell her that she was sorry. And so Gigi decided before her next adventure that there was somewhere she needed to see. Someone she needed to see. Sorry. It was like coming home again, only she knew it wasn't the same. She tried to find the words, but couldn't. But somehow, no words were needed. Somehow, there was only love and understanding. Time is a funny thing. They say it marches on, but what if you're not ready to march with it? What then of those that manage to travel in the other direction? Once upon a time, there was a girl who figured out how to walk outside of time. And with great courage and determination, she took that step, because in doing so, she might just have a shot at saving the world. Then, with the help of some new friends and a little luck, the girl saved the world, but lost to time. But somewhere out there, beyond time, a mother waits for a daughter to return home. And though her days had been filled with grief and regret, somehow, today she felt something different. She felt a calm as the ominous colors that once rippled across the horizon began to fade with the rising sun. And then she felt memories coming to her that seemed long forgotten. Memories of her mother telling her that she was proud of her no matter what, telling her stories of Gigi and the sacrifice she made. And most clearly, a warm memory of all of them together and the love they felt, and the love that they felt then. Because love is a funny thing. Once you feel it, you always have it. It transcends everything, even time. That was a good ending. All right. Hey, Snaggle. I was getting ready to end. I was getting ready to wrap up for the evening. No worries. No problem. It's what I do. It's part of what I'm trying to do and trying to be here for. Hey, Owls. Yep. Yeah, it just means that I'm gonna have to find something else for tomorrow. That's a very good game. Have you not played through it before? Well, I wish you the luck on it, but we'll have to catch up. Oh, that's fast. We'll have to catch up another time because I was getting ready to sign off. Message me on app. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I appreciate all of you. You all take care of yourselves, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.